Good morning, everyone. Forgive my voice. We had a really cold day. Today is quite chilly, actually. I just can't bring myself to put something warmer on with that kind of sun. I swear, people who live in northern areas have always been told to dress up more when it's cold to not catch a cold. And as time passed by, the years passed by, eventually everyone is starting to say, well, it's been proven that it doesn't do anything to being cold doesn't give you a cold. So I've been arguing a few years, but my mom and my grandmother and older people that no, it was proven by science that it doesn't do anything. Same thing as when babies have a rash, have red bottoms when they grow some teeth. And as years go by, I'm like, yeah, I don't care what science says as soon as it gets a little bit colder. And you will hear people talk about le fond de l'air, like the how can I translate that? Like the deep air is cold. In spring, you're not supposed to really start to like dress lighter as before the deep of the air is not warm, because it's warm, but the deep air is still cool. And I swear, when the deep air is still cool, I always catch a cold. And some people could say, well, you have some cognitive bias, but I've been testing this for many years now, trying to notice when I get out without a coat or with a coat and stuff like that. I always catch a cold, and this time same thing happens. In fall, you can hear my voice. It's been cold. I caught a little cold. It's not what you might ask it is. All that to say that I have a little cold, and we have some really cool days these days. Yesterday it was really cold. We had like a gray day, and it was like 10 degrees Celsius, and it was really not a pleasant day. And we had almost a frost yesterday. We had it was 5, and it feels like 2. So I saw that it was maybe 11 p.m. and I'm not going in my garden during the night. I'm way too much of a coward to come outside in the pitch dark to cover my crops. So I came in the garden this morning to see if any damage was done, and turns out no. But I ended up standing in my garden, standing because I'm looking for a chair. I know which chair I want. I just need to check when it comes on sale at Canadian Tires, or a used one. But either way, I don't have a chair yet other than this one. I just found it. And I was looking at my garden, and I was like, man, I love this place. It kind of hit me that I've been coming out every single night almost of the spring and summer to work in this garden, so focused on what to do next. I had some seedlings to plant. I need to hurry to plant some seedlings tonight. I need to hurry and fill that bed tonight. I need to hurry and put some wood chips there tonight. I need to hurry and sow this other stuff tonight. I need to hurry and harvest this stuff tonight. Always with a single focus. And I rarely stopped to look at the whole package. And now I've done it this morning. Really took the time to just sink in what I've done this summer, almost all by myself. I don't want to say all by myself because once in a while the kids really help, or my sorry, or my loved one. How can I call him? I'll call him Shitty, or Shitty help me here and there, but mostly all by myself. And I'm very proud of it. I'm really pleased with it, and I can't believe all these singles night how it paid off. Of course, if I don't have the harvest I would have liked to have. We did have a very hard summer. I'm gonna bring my chair in it. Why talk about it if I'm not in the garden? The garden was not the garden. The summer was really, really cool. We didn't have a single night over 16 degrees Celsius this summer. So it was really not an easy. We were having usually cooler nights, of course, cooler summer nights, but it was really hard. It took a while because we had some good heat even during the day, but I mean that's the reality of where I live. We can't count on Mother Nature to give us some warm days and a good bunch of days together with warmth. I didn't have to water my garden a single time though, so this is nice. I did actually water it once, and it turns out it rained during the night. And you know, like massive rain. I just didn't look. I just looked for the day and didn't look for the night, and looked for the following day if any rain was was planned. And turns out I didn't check the night, and the night had pouring rain. It was awesome. I like rain. So I'm not planning on doing a huge video today. I just wanted to talk about this, to take the time to enjoy the fruit of your labor, either the actual harvest or just sinking in what you've done. Remember what it was like a year ago. Remember what it was like 2 months ago, and see the progress you've made, and be proud of yourself. Stop, if you're like me, stop thinking about, oh, I was not able to do that. I wanted to do this and I could not do that. Or I wish I would have done this, or whatever. I just need to sink in. Every single night I showed up. I like to show up. That's a good thing. At some point last winter I was actually scared that you really liked gardening on a small scale. You really love looking at homesteading videos, etc. But what if you don't like it enough that you bought this property, you planned this, you spent so much money on seeds and so much time and effort on seedlings, and turns out you just can't stand it anymore in September. And it turns out that I really love it. I'm really happy with what I've done. I already can't wait for next year. I also am happy that September is here. I love fall. I think that even if I will garden with my fall garden, of course, but that's the time of the year that I love working outside. And this morning we have this fall feeling. It's really, really cool. I'm really cold right now. I'm not helping my cold, but we have this warm summer with the deep, cool air, the wind, and it feels like fall. I love fall. So I know that I'm gonna be more not gardening but preparing of the garden. I have a few things. Of course, I have all the back of the yard. I'm so sorry. I have all the back space that I want to work on. I need these plants to die first, but I do have some other plans. I do have these beds that I need to put on. I have what it takes to do them, but still need to actually do the work. So yeah, it's just a little thought this morning that I wanted to share. Just please take the time to go outside, look at what you've done, look at yes, what you could have done better, but also what you did better than last year, how much you progressed, what you learned. Don't forget to note what you learned. I need to do that. I did a little bit, but not as much as I should have. And enjoy the little fruit of your labor too. Now it's time to preserve. That's a lot of work too, but you need to enjoy also your pantry getting full, your freezer getting full, the good food you're eating, not just thinking about what's the next thing I'm gonna preserve. And that's about it for today. For me, I can't talk anymore. So I hope you had a great time. I hope you're still enjoying your garden. I'm figuring out that today, this time is actually my favorite. I think that's where my garden has been the most beautiful. It's so full of life and full of fruit. Not as much full of slugs, but I'm looking at this bed here and I'm crossing my fingers that these will change colors, but just makes me feel good. So thanks for hanging out with me and see you next time. Bye.